Welcome friends in Science Lecture 3, Lesson 12, Sound. Today we are going to learn the topic of characteristics of the sound waves. Now, as the characteristics of the sound waves, we will learn the topic of frequency, amplitude and speed of the sound. As you are able to see the diagram of rarefaction and this is a rarefaction and compression that we have seen. The graph as shown, this is an area of compression which shows the peak, and this is an area of rarefaction which is an getting the peak on the downward side, that is the most low density area, and this is an high density area. This is how the waves are formed, and this is how they pass through. The upper region of the wave is called as an crest, and the lower region is called as an trough. This is called as an crest, this is called as an trough. So the distance between the two crests is called as an wavelength. The distance between two crests is called as an wavelength, denoted by the word lambda. Right? It can be the distance between two trough also. So we can say that the distance between two trough or two crest and two trough can be called as an wavelength, denoted by the Greek letter, that is an lambda, and it is measured in meters. SI unit is in meters. The highest distance covered, that is an highest density covered distance, maximum density that is covered, or a pressure that is covered, that is the peak value of it, is called as an amplitude of the wave. This is an highest value from here to here, this point to this point, from 0 to maximum, is called as an amplitude of the wave. And how many waves are passing this wavelength, how many number of waves are passing per second of time, is called as an frequency. Right? If you see here, they have written it here, the peak is called as an crest, this peak value is called as an crest, and the valley is called as an trough. The distance between two consecutive compressions or two consecutive rarefaction, two consecutive compression or two consecutive rarefaction, is called as an crest and trough, that we represented by Greek letter alpha. SI unit is in meters. Now, how many times you are beating a drum per unit time is called as frequency. That means you are beating a drum continuously, and that is called as a frequency. Right? So number of times the particles oscillates is called as an frequency, that is number of wavelengths passing per unit time. The number of such oscillations per unit time is called as the frequency of the sound. Right? This is called as a frequency of the sound. Now it is usually represented by nu. This is called as a nu, right? And SI unit is in per second, that is called as an hertz per second, 1 by second. You can call that as 1 upon second, 1 by second, that is called as an hertz, symbolized as Hz. Fine. Now time period is a complete one, that is time taken for two consecutive compressions or rarefactions to cross a fixed point, is called as a time period. That means a complete wave, one wavelength is passing per unit time, is called as its time period. Next is represented by the symbol T. This time period is represented by an SI unit is in seconds. So frequency is this is nu, is 1 by T. That is time period is an inverse of frequency, that is this is per second of time, this is second of time. Now the brain interprets the frequency, and emitted sound is called as an pitch. Pitch is an frequency, that is an very high frequency is called as an high pitch voice, and low frequency is called as an low pitch voice. If I tell you that a female when speaks out, it is having an high pitch frequency, and a male is having a low pitch frequency, so you can distinguish between the voice of male and female. The shrillness of the sound is due to the high pitch voice, that is an higher frequency, and this is the lower frequency, male voices. The magnitude of maximum disturbance in the medium on either side of the mean value is called as an amplitude, that we have learned before, that is maximum amplitude and all. Fine. Next is the sound of the single frequency is called as a tone. Like if I am only speaking, so I am having a single tone, right? If the two people are speaking, then they are mixing their frequencies, right? And if they mix on the right track, like if two of them are speaking in the same tone and same words are spoken, that is their tones are same, that means this is called a they hit at the right note. That is sound which produces due to the mixture of several frequencies called as a note. So if the note is good, if the somebody is capable of, two of them are capable of picking the same note, then you cannot identify both of them individually. They are like one single tone only. So we say they have got good tone tuning, that is tone is there nice. But if does not happen, it turns noisy. Like these sounds are heard to you in different frequencies and you are not able to identify individual, that is called as a noise, and that is unpleasant. Fine. The speed, that you know, speed is equals to distance upon time, that you have learned it before only. Here the speed is written as v, and this is lambda, that is distance upon time. So distance here it is lambda traveled by the wave, and upon t is time capital T. 1 upon t that we know is nu, 1 upon t is nu, so we can write down v is equals to lambda into nu, right? Velocity, that is speed, is equals to wavelength into frequency, right? These are the sums that is given to a sound waves has a frequency of 2 hertz and a wavelength of 35 centimeter, but we have to make it in meters. How long it will take to travel? 1.5 kilometers. So the frequency is taken as 2 hertz, 2 kilohertz, that is 2000. Wavelength as 35 centimeters, so divide by 100, right? And this is wavelength into frequency, you get 700 meters per second. That is then speed of the wave. And the same way the time duration that is supposed to be taken, because it is 1.5 kilometer, so multiply by 1000 makes it 1.5 into 1000 divided by speed as 700 meters per second. Cutting it down the values, it takes 1.5 kilometer to travel 2.1 seconds. This is how sums are solved. Now the loudness of the sound and intensity, the amount of the sound energy passing each second through a unit area is called as an intensity of the sound, and we sometimes use terms as loudness and intensity interchangeable, but they are not same. Loudness measures the response of the sound, and when the two sounds are equal intensity, may be heard as one as louder and another becomes because of our ear detects it better. That means in simple words, if I tell you, loudness of the sound depends upon amplitude and intensity depends upon frequency. That means two can have the same frequency, but one can have a higher amplitude, so that can be heard louder. So loudness of the sound can be heard as higher amplitude, and intensity depends upon the frequency, right? Though two sounds can have the same loudness, but their intensities can be different. A girl and a boy can speak with same amplitude, but their loudness can be same, but their intensities will be different, so they can be heard differently. The same way, two can have the same intensity, two of them can speak with the same frequency, but their amplitude can be that they can open a larger mouth and a smaller mouth, they can have the difference in the loudness also. Fine. So I hope you must have heard understood this part correctly. Thank you for this particular video.